Following the historic peak numbers of Fortnite's OG season, Epic Games played their cards very, very wisely. With the most eyes and attention on Fortnite ever, they transitioned to a new Battle Royale map with Chapter 5 and added a trio of new first-party game modes. Now, while the LEGO survival game and the racing game created by Psyonix, the people behind Rocket League, are really cool modes, today we're going to focus on the Fortnite Festival game mode from Harmonix, the studio that made Rock Band that was bought by Epic, and now it's clear why that was done. So I'll be straight up, I love this mode. It has clearly penetrated social media with memes and recordings of high scores as you play. At a base value, I'll leave you with that. It's a super fun game mode. However, there are some criticisms, nitpicks, and compliments that I want to give. So then you can kind of decide if the game is worth it, both for your time and potentially your money as well. And with that being said, hello everyone, my name is Falling Hurts. I'll be your guide for this video as well as Rocket Racing and the LEGO mode when that time comes. All of these videos will be in hopes of having a huge video out in time for Fortnite's anniversary later this year. And if you want to support me in that journey as well as anything else with content creation, we just recently hit 1,300 subscribers, you could use my Epic Creator Code. This is the first time I've ever said anything about it, I've just got it, and that is code Falling Hurts. Now, to the uninitiated, Fortnite Festival is a modernized rock band styled rhythm game that comes packaged in with the greater Fortnite download. So there's your first criticism right away. To play just Fortnite Festival on PC, and other platforms of course, but specifically on PC, you will have to download nearly 60 gigabytes at just over 57. However, storage space is truly your only real barrier to entry for this game. The gameplay of Festival is like the Wendy's 4for4. There are 4 different instruments, 4 difficulties, 4 different types of notes that you can play, and 4 songs in a set. The instruments are vocals, bass, lead, and drums. I like the little differences between these. Of course, vocals are always self-explanatory. You're going to know where you're playing because that's when the actual lyrics are taking place, which makes the songs easiest to learn for vocals, in my opinion. Then with the lead, this acts usually as a keytar, so it's used as a wide range of instruments in songs, and it makes for a super fun one to learn and see the differences between songs. Of course, with drums, that's obviously the most repetitive in my opinion, as you're setting the pace and tone of the song. And this is the one that rewards memorization the most, as well as a strong set of forearm and finger muscles. Now, of course, you can play bass to feel like a badass, and you absolutely will. I know that this isn't anything new to the genre, but when you miss a note, I love that it specifically quiets the part of the music that you're contributing to. And that gives you that feeling that you're really impacting the band, and in high-stress moments, it's also a really important audio feedback. But as I said, there are 4 difficulties for the game, ranging from easy to medium, hard to expert. I think it's fairly self-explanatory that each level just requires faster reactivity and more notes from the player. Luckily, you can change the difficulty and even the instrument between songs in a set list. The song preview for each one gives an idea of note volume based off of each specific song as well. So some songs may have all bass and hardly any lyrics, like 7 Nation Army for instance. One thing that did surprise me a bit is that there are only 4 notes to play, unless you're playing on expert difficulty, in which case you have 5. But then when it comes to like hard, I have to imagine it's not widespread because there's a lack of instrument hardware support for the game as of right now with third-party controllers and things like that. Though it was confirmed that there would be official support for these devices in 2024 at some point. So hopefully someone steps up and makes a really good quality guitar or any type of controller at a decent price. And with that, talking about the difficulty and the number of notes, I'm impressed with how well the game held up on the high difficulty. This is kind of where I'm topping out as of right now at the time of recording. Though I will say that once I tried Expert, I found myself missing the color-specific notes of those previous games. That way, in the heat of the moment, I'd be able to actually differentiate notes coming at me from my periphery. The only other control to worry about outside of the notes that you're having to play is the overdrive mode for bonus points. You earn these periodically for hitting a streak of red notes that appear. You can build up this meter and activate it for bonus points, but for me, I always lose my streaks trying to activate them. Now I know this is an instance of get good if I've ever heard one. Now if you're playing with friends, you can coordinate and combine overdrives, and that just creates a number of bonus points for the overall band score. This is, in my opinion, a minuscule part of the loop. Like, do I really want my own personal high score for a song? Yes. Do I care that my band score is high, even if it's not just me that's playing? Not really. Maybe if there were daily or weekly quests associated with high band scores, I would care, but really I don't otherwise. Now, in saying all that, I hope I could explain why the game works so well for me, and after some tweaks, could be a truly top-tier experience from a gameplay point of view. Now, I've mentioned previously that the game is really just a modern version of Rock Band. Now, that comes with some major drawbacks, and it can all be kind of simplified down into one word: monetization. Fortnite has an established economy. At a base level, 1,000 V-Bucks are $8.99. So that translates roughly to a little over 100 V-Bucks for $1. So when I saw the Festival Pass, this mode's equivalent to the Battle Pass, was 1,800 V-Bucks, almost double the price of a regular Battle Pass, I was quickly concerned. However, upon looking into it, you get 5 instrument skins, 9 songs, and a skin for the Weeknd with his most iconic look in my opinion, and plus a few other items. And that's when this pass quickly became kind of a no-brainer as like a starter pack for me. Do I need all of the skins that ever come out for this game mode? No. However, with the songs provided and everything, I actually found this to be pretty fair. But for the pass, you collect points by playing notes, featured songs, and getting scores through daily and weekly challenges. And while I'm only about halfway through the pass right now, I feel like I'm making good, but not too fast of a pace to where I'm going to be bored by the time it's all over, which I don't think that's really the thing anyway. I'm not the type of person that needs a cosmetic or some type of thing to work towards to have fun with a game, though it's always a nice bonus. Now that you have all of that information, it's important to note that buying individual songs in this game are almost $5 a pop. That to me is outrageous, and I will never support a song at that cost. In my opinion, songs should be no more than 300 V-Bucks, not 500. But that's when you realize that everyone has very few songs that they can always play. And instead of having to buy every song, you have a daily rotation of tracks that does provide a nice variety for those who play for free. But if you're trying to learn a song fully, you're going to want to own it, and that's the draw to it. To make matters even worse, you can play with randos online to fill out your band. And when you do so, you each get to pick a song for your 4-song set list. And when you're partied, you have access to everyone's owned songs. However, if hypothetically everyone picks a song owned by one guy, and say he messes up his first song on Expert, and he leaves early in the set, then the game would just end altogether because there's no accounting for early leavers, and it doesn't let you play the song unless somebody's in the party who owns it. And this can really put a pin in a really high energy set list. While monetization is the only major gripe I have with this experience, it is ultimately optional. You don't need to buy songs to experience this library. It may just take a few days to actually play the songs that you want. And to make a quick aside, you can technically use these songs while in Battle Royale as an emote as well, and also in a side mode called the Jam Stage, as opposed to this game mode's main stage, where you can walk around and emote within proximity of others and create unique song mixes by choosing the instrument, the pitch, the tempo, and the song that you're playing. So with everyone mixing and matching, it can get pretty unique actually. And that will get even more crazier as more songs are added each Thursday going forward. This is the initial list of songs here, which I think is pretty good and diverse. And at the time of recording, 5 songs have been added. Probably when this video comes out, it might actually be more. But even with that, that's at a now promised regular cadence, which I think is huge for the support of this game. And with songs being added, my only hope is that they lean even further into fringe genres and musical choices. I mean, one thing in a more mainstream sense that I would like to see is more rap and rock, personally. I know that's like yearning for the good old days with rock specifically because, Rock Band, all of those songs kind of were in the rock genre with some exceptions for those. But, with rap, I'm thinking we just had the Eminem collab and Lose Yourself isn't even in there. And a lot of people want Juice WRLD, even though I'm not personally a fan, but I don't mind, I guess. And I'm all for having songs that aren't for me. Not everyone should have every song for them. So that's why I think fringe genres, even stuff lower on the totem pole, obscure songs that you may hear as one-hit wonders on TikTok, I think are all great examples of things that they should be looking into. That said, I wish there were also a way to opt in to explicit versions of songs. As of now, that's not the case, and you're basically getting the radio versions of songs. and that's due to Fortnite's push on the first-party level to be E for everyone as they transition even further into a platform of creation and the metaverse. I believe that this can still be a change for the better, and I don't know if that's something that can be done. Perhaps make it an age restriction on an Epic account basis. I'm not sure, but I don't think it would be too hard to, gatekeep, children, pretty much, if that's what you wanted to do. Make it, 16 and up, you can listen to explicit music or something like that. But I'm going to close out and I'll leave you with this. Fortnite Festival is a fun, rewarding, and engaging experience. To use simile, it is like a high-powered car with bad tires. While at its base, the reactivity, the myriad of band roles, and just style of performance is super high quality, it's clear that in its transition to modernity, the rhythm band genre faces its biggest threat: monetization. With high song prices and a rotating selection of songs, this could be disappointing for some, though the future is bright with new songs added regularly and more support. So with that, I recommend Fortnite Festival to try for free. And if you enjoy that base gameplay, I do recommend the Festival Pass, but not the individual songs themselves. I don't think that's ever going to be worth it to me. And on that note, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate the support that I've been getting with my reviews lately, and I want to try to get back into news and hype-styled videos. Once I've covered all of the individual modes for Fortnite, I would love to start doing a, say, this week or this month in Fortnite, what has been updated and changes like that. So if that's also something you'd like to see, consider subscribing, and it's kind of a pipe dream, because I really do love Fortnite. It's probably my #1 played game of all time, and I play a lot of other games. I'm not just a Fortnite person. I mean, you can see it on my channel. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.